So we're going to be having a look at how you use the ground and the directions you can use the ground that influences how much you can rotate through the ball. Is it a conscious effort to just try and rotate more, or is it a reaction to how the feet are moving? This is going to be vital if you want to be able to learn to rotate and generate a little bit more power. And so first bit is backswing wise. When you're actually making a rotation, what you're wanting to do is get that feeling of the right weight going down that right foot into the right heel, and it goes forwards and up the left foot towards the forefoot. So the idea of the weight going straight up and down the feet is what then rotates and loads the pelvis and what enables you to get the right glute loaded going back. The other bit that then we're looking at is how you're going to load through those feet. You don't want to see the weight going too much side to side, because if you let it collapse inwards too much on the left or go over the outside of the right foot, you've got the big toe joint of the left foot off the floor, little toe joint of the left off the floor, and the big toe joint of the right off the floor. Now it's going to be really hard to actually use the ground to generate any power. So as we've loaded backwards, we're also putting a little bit of vertical force down into the front of the left and a little bit into the heel of the right. Now, the reason that you're wanting to do this is it's the reaction of that in the opposite directions of down and then forwards, which creates that rotation in the pelvis. So we've got this really cool video here, a guy on ice, and we can see now how that hip goes back, and now you can see how that right foot slides backwards, the left foot slides forwards as he's trying to unwind on the way down. But because there's no friction there, because he's on the ice, obviously bails over, gone through the ice, fallen through it. But we can see there that the effect of no friction has meant that he's not been able to unwind properly, but you can see the direction he's pushing. So you can see that the left foot is going towards you and the right foot's pushing away, and then what he's doing is he's trying to push in both of those directions, and he's actually pushing downwards vertically at the same time. It creates the opposite, which is a jump back of the pelvis. So the left foot goes forwards and then jumps back. So what you're wanting to do is get as much pressure going forwards on the front of that left foot in the backswing so that you can really push back away from it. Now the key is, as you're going forwards on the left and you're going back on the right, when you're going forward on the left, it's going to go onto the big toe joint of the left foot. Now you want to make sure it's in that area, because that is where you're going to push back and also push up, which gives you that vertical force. Big toe's the jumping joint, and it's the most important thing for us to be able to push through. So giving this a little bit of a go hitting shots, what you're wanting to do is you get the feel and you push, and then you feel how from there it's actually enabling me to really get open quite quick. So making sure that as the weight's gone to the front of the left foot, you can then really feel how that enables you to jump that weight back in the follow through. So I could feel how I jumped out of the way of it that much there, that I actually was very, very slightly thin, but I could feel the jumping element of it really pushing me back into the heel. This is going to be huge for you if you want to be able to learn to get more open at impact. It's not a case of just opening the hips. You've got to make sure that the weight movement up and down the feet and down in the floor is matching the intention and the movement that you're going to be trying to create through the pelvis, and this will then get you more open. So it is a reaction to where you're pushing in the floor that therefore sees that body rotate better and you get more open through the ball. Hopefully you found this quite interesting. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about what some of the best in the world are doing, particularly how they use the floor, which is huge, and there's different ways of using it to be able to hit different power sources, comment below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. As always, thanks for watching, and talk to you again soon.